Welcome to Heaven Voice Today, where the voice of God meets your heart. Every day we bring you powerful gospel reflections, divine messages, and heartfelt stories of faith, hope, and healing. This is not just another Christian channel. This is a sacred space where Jesus Christ speaks to you, personally. If you're looking for guidance, encouragement, or a deeper connection with God's Word, you're in the right place. Let His voice lift you, comfort you, and lead you into His peace. Subscribe now and let heaven speak into your life today. In this deeply moving and profoundly tender message from the heart of God, the Heavenly Father reaches out to those quietly struggling under the weight of fear, perfectionism, self-doubt, and spiritual exhaustion. Rather than condemning, God speaks with the voice of compassion, calling His beloved child to rest, to release the chains of anxiety, and to rediscover the joy of simply being held in His love. Throughout the message, God exposes how fear, subtle, creeping, and often disguised as logic or responsibility, has quietly stolen peace, stifled dreams, and replaced purpose with performance. Yet this is not a message of guilt. It's an invitation to transformation. God doesn't require perfection, only sincerity and trust. In honest surrender, He promises peace that surpasses all understanding, and a life built not on human effort, but on divine grace. This message reminds us that we are not forgotten, not behind, not unworthy, but loved with an everlasting love. The voice of the Father calls us to step out of survival mode and into supernatural rest. He speaks to the brokenhearted, the weary, the invisible givers, and assures them that He sees every silent sacrifice, every hidden tear. Most powerfully, this message redefines our identity. We are not what we do, what we lack, or what others say. We are who God says we are, chosen, beloved, and never alone. My dear child, I am not here to instill fear in you, nor am I here to judge or condemn you. My intentions are pure, filled with love and tenderness, like a father who deeply cares for his beloved child. I come to you as a beacon of light, a warning signal from a place of eternal love and concern. I can see the dangers lurking around you, dangers that are invisible to your naked eyes. You may be walking paths that seem safe and promising, but in reality, they are leading you further away from the light. It is clear to me that you are approaching a critical point, a crossroads that could potentially lead you to a disastrous end. Those around you may not see it, either because they are blinded themselves or because they choose to turn a blind eye. But I cannot stand idly by and watch you walk towards peril. It pains me to see you living in constant fear, a fear that has become a barrier to your true potential. You are afraid of the unknown, hesitant to step out of your comfort zone. This fear has become a chain that binds your soul, preventing you from living a life of abundance and freedom as I intended for you. Your heart longs for more, but you hold back due to the fear of failure, judgment, or rejection. But my child, I did not create you to live in fear. I designed you to thrive, to live life to the fullest, to walk in the light of heaven amidst a world shrouded in darkness. It is time to break free from the invisible walls that confine you, to rise above the limitations imposed by yourself and the world around you. I know the silent battles you face, the nights filled with tears and the cries of your soul. You are not alone in this journey. I have always been by your side, waiting for you to turn back to me, to acknowledge your need for my guidance and love. The dangers you are facing may not be overt or aggressive, but they are insidious, creeping into your life like a mist, quietly distorting your path. I am here to awaken you from your spiritual slumber, to urge you to examine the decisions you make, the relationships you hold on to, and the dreams you pursue. Are they bringing you closer to me, or are they leading you astray from my light? I invite you to step out of the prison of fear, not by your own strength, but by embracing the truth that only I can offer. Only the truth can set you free from the chains of fear and lead you towards a life of fulfillment and purpose. And the truth is this: you do not need to please everyone. You do not have to be strong at all times. You do not need to understand everything. You only need to know that I am your shepherd, and I will never lead you to a place where my grace cannot sustain you. If you are afraid of the unknown, know that I am the one who knows all things. If you fear failure, remember that I am the one who can turn every seeming loss into an opportunity for redemption. If you fear the eyes of others, let mine be the only gaze you seek for approval. I do not ask for perfection. I only ask that you come to me with honesty of heart. I will do the rest. I will heal. I will renew. I will lead. Let go of the burden you're carrying. Stop. Bow your head and tell me that you're tired, that you're afraid, that you don't know what to do. And in that very moment, I will surround you with peace that surpasses all understanding. I will speak to you with a voice gentle yet full of authority. Do not fear. I am here. And when you hear that, everything will begin to change. Not because the circumstances around you suddenly vanish, but because within you a new life is reborn. A life no longer held back by fear, but propelled by faith. My beloved child, I see clearly the things that quietly torment your soul, the relentless waves of fear crashing against a heart already weary. You are never alone in this battle. And today I want you to listen deeply to my words, not only with your ears, but with a heart that has grown dry from anxiety. I love you too much to remain silent while you live as if imprisoned in a cage of things that are not true. I do not sit high and distant watching you collapse. I am here near, holding your hand, breathing life into what you thought was dead. You have allowed the enemy to sow seeds of fear into your heart. At first, they may have seemed like fleeting thoughts, gentle whispers laced with destruction, and in your exhaustion you let them stay. You didn't reject them. You didn't uproot them while they were still small, and now they've grown not into life, but into thorns that suffocate your faith and hope. Day by day, you've begun to fear things I never planted in your heart. You fear walking by faith because you cannot see the destination. You fear surrendering fully because you think if you're not in control, everything will fall apart. You worry about the future as if I won't be there. You carry the weight of your job as though I am not your provider. You wrestle with broken relationships as if I cannot heal them. You count every coin, measure every step, fearing that your finances will run out, your health will fail, that something terrible will happen. You live as if everything depends on you, and that is what's draining you. But my child, this is not the life I designed for you. I did not create you to worry. I created you to trust. I did not form you so that you would carry every burden alone, but so you would learn to rest sweetly in your Father's hands. Trust in me, for I will never abandon you. In times of doubt and fear, come to me and lay your burdens at my feet. I am here to give you strength, peace, and love. Embrace my grace and let go of all that weighs you down. Remember, I am your shepherd, guiding you through the storms of life with unwavering love and protection. Trust in me, and I will lead you to green pastures where your soul can find rest and peace. No matter what challenges you may be facing, no matter how overwhelming or complex they may seem, remember that my power is always greater. It is easy to become consumed by our problems and lose sight of who the ultimate problem solver is. Throughout history, I have shown my power through miracles such as calming storms, multiplying food to feed thousands, and even raising the dead. Yet, despite my proven track record, many still struggle to fully believe that I am enough to handle their situation. It is normal to have doubts and fears, but it is important to remember that surrendering to my will is the key to finding true peace. Letting go of control is the first step towards being rescued from your troubles. I do not expect you to be strong at all times or to have all the answers. Your faith, no matter how small, is enough for me to work wonders in your life. It is okay to admit your weaknesses and uncertainties, as it is from a place of humility that my power shines brightest. I am not asking for perfection, but simply for your trust and surrender. Do not cling to fear, doubt, or anxiety as if they are a part of who you are. Allow me to enter your heart, uproot the negativity, and plant seeds of hope, promise, and faith. I want to see you living in supernatural peace, sleeping soundly at night, and walking confidently in the light of my presence. When you learn to fully trust and surrender to me, you will begin to witness miracles unfolding in your life. While your circumstances may not change overnight, you will experience a transformation within yourself. Your mind will be at ease, your heart will find rest, and you will discover a peace that surpasses all understanding. Remember, true peace does not come from trying to control everything, but from knowing that I hold everything in my hands. Take a moment to reflect on your innermost thoughts and feelings, and trust that I am always there to guide you through life's challenges. I see that you are weary, and I know that fear has lingered so long that it has begun shaping the way you think, the way you live, and the way you see your future. But I also want you to understand this. If you continue to let fear lead, not only will your heart remain imprisoned, but your divine destiny will be compromised with every hesitant step. Fear is like a dark cloud that hovers over you, blocking the sunshine that once warmed your face. It's like a heavy weight on your shoulders, making every decision feel burdensome and every dream seem out of reach. Fear whispers in your ear, telling you that you are not capable, not worthy, not deserving of the blessings that are waiting for you. But I want you to know that fear is a liar. It distorts the truth and blinds you to the beauty that surrounds you. It steals your joy and robs you of the peace that is rightfully yours. When fear takes hold, it's like being stuck in a never-ending cycle of doubt and worry, unable to break free and move forward. Yet, I am here to tell you that there is another way, a way out of the darkness and into the light, a way to break free from the chains that fear has wrapped around your heart. It starts with faith, faith in yourself, faith in the journey ahead, and most importantly, faith in me. When you choose faith over fear, you open yourself up to a world of endless possibilities. You invite miracles into your life and allow blessings to flow freely. You step into a realm where dreams come true and where happiness is not just a fleeting moment, but a permanent state of being. I promise you, dear one, that when you take that first step of faith, I will be right there beside you, guiding you, supporting you, and lifting you up when you stumble. Trust in me. Trust in the path that I have laid out for you. and trust in the love that I have for you. So do not let fear rule over you for one more day. Take my hand, feel its warmth and its strength, and begin to walk towards the life that is waiting for you. Each step you take in faith is a step closer to the fulfillment of your destiny, to the realization of your dreams, and to the embrace of the love that surrounds you. Do not wait for the fear to disappear before you start walking. Instead, let faith be your guide, let trust be your companion, and let love be your fuel. With me by your side, there is nothing to fear, nothing to worry about, and nothing to hold you back. So reach out your hand now, take hold of mine, and together, let's walk towards a future filled with hope, joy, and endless possibilities. Remember, you are not defined by fear, but by the love that I have for you and the plans that I have carefully laid out. Trust in me, dear one, and let's walk this journey together. When you choose to take a step forward in faith, trusting in the unseen hand that guides you, you are embarking on a journey filled with divine purpose and blessings. Each twist and turn in the path, every hurdle and challenge that comes your way is not a signal of abandonment, but an opportunity for growth and spiritual maturity. As you traverse the rocky terrain of life, know that every trial and tribulation is a chance for you to learn to stand firm in your faith, to anchor yourself in the unshakable foundation of the divine. It is in these moments of uncertainty and fear that something miraculous is brewing, something beautiful and transformative. When you look back on your journey, you will see the subtle miracles woven into the fabric of everyday life. You will witness your heart being healed, layer by layer, your faith becoming stronger, your hope more steadfast, and your love more powerful. It is in these moments of surrender and trust that you will find yourself truly coming alive, embracing the person you were always meant to be. Do not wait for the perfect conditions, for life will never be ideal. Instead, take that leap of faith now, even when doubt threatens to consume you. Take that step forward, not knowing where it may lead, but trusting in the unseen hand that guides you. Love fiercely, even with lingering questions and uncertainties, for in that love you will find peace and purpose. Know that you are not alone on this journey. The divine presence walks beside you, preparing the path ahead and transforming your life into a living testimony of faith and trust. Embrace the light. Leave behind the shadows of fear and doubt and step into the radiant glory of the Eternal One. When you surrender your fears and anxieties, when you release control and place your life into divine hands, a profound transformation begins to take place within you. Your heart begins to change, your worries fade away, and you find a peace that surpasses all understanding. Letting go is not easy, but it is in that act of surrender that you will find true freedom and fulfillment. Trust in the perfect plan of the divine. Let go of your need to control, and open your hands to receive the abundant blessings that await you. Fear may be a silent enemy, but faith and trust in the divine are your shields against its grip. Step out of anxiety and into the fullness of life, knowing that the one who holds all things is perfect in all ways. It does not scream to make itself known, but instead slips quietly through the smallest cracks in the mind. It clouds the truth and causes you to forget the promises that once set your heart ablaze. Fear turns your eyes away from the source of life, locking your gaze onto things that stir unrest within you. This insidious emotion makes you believe that you are alone, that you must manage everything by yourself. It slowly leads you away from the safe haven of refuge found in surrender to a higher power. When fear takes hold, You begin to lean on your own understanding, placing your trust in what is temporary. You sink deeper into the spiral of anxiety and doubt. But true wisdom, the kind that brings clarity and peace, comes from surrendering to the one who loves you deeply and holds power beyond comprehension. Look back on your life, and you will see the quiet revelations of a profound truth. How many times have you feared something that never came to pass? How many times did you rely on your own calculations, only to return to the divine with desperate prayers? How many times did you think help arrived too late, only to realize it came at the perfect time? These were not coincidences, but gentle nudges from a faithful guide. Today, I invite you to shift your focus. Do not dwell on fear any longer. Instead, fix your eyes on the divine presence that surrounds you. Walk step by step in that light, finding rest in the arms of the one who calms storms and lightens burdens. Remind yourself that you have a God who is leading you, and let that truth resonate through your soul. Peace does not come from everything going as planned, but from the deep assurance of walking in the right direction, guided by the one who never leads astray. You are not meant to carry the weight of everything or solve every problem. Your role is to trust, to surrender, and to step forward in faith. In this surrender, you will find a life rooted not in human strength, but in the divine. When you fix your eyes on the divine and allow yourself to be led, fear no longer has a place in your life. Instead, you will bask in the radiant light of unwavering guidance. The path ahead may not always be clear, but if you walk with faith, you will never lose your way. Trust, surrender, and let the divine lead you to a life beyond your wildest dreams. My dear child, I see the battles you face every day, not just the ones that are visible to the world, but also the ones that quietly erode your peace from within. One of the most dangerous enemies you fight against is not an external force, but a burden that you carry inside. The burden of perfectionism. It is a heavy chain that the enemy has slyly wrapped around your soul, making you believe that you must attain perfection to be worthy of love, acceptance, and belonging. You tirelessly strive to meet unrealistic standards, always chasing an ideal image of who you think you should be. The enemy whispers in your ear, convincing you that unless you achieve flawlessness and never make a mistake, you are not deserving of my love, my calling, or my blessings. You wear yourself out trying to live up to these impossible expectations, thinking that your value is determined by how perfect you can be. But my precious one, listen to me. I have never asked for perfection from you. My love for you is not contingent on your ability to get everything right. I love you simply because you are mine. Perfection was never a prerequisite for my acceptance. My love is the starting point of your transformation, not the finish line. It is in your weaknesses and imperfections that my grace shines the brightest. When you acknowledge your limitations and lean on me, that is when you truly understand the depth of my love for you. You have been living under a cloud of self-doubt and comparison, always feeling like you fall short in every aspect of your life. You constantly measure yourself against others, feeling like you are always behind. But remember, your journey is not a competition. I did not set a timer for you to race against. I am here to walk beside you, to love you unconditionally, and to support you every step of the way. Perfectionism distorts your view of the present, preventing you from appreciating the progress you have already made. It blinds you to the beauty of the small victories and makes you overlook the work that I have already done in your life. Every step you take, no matter how small, is significant when you take it with me by your side. I do not celebrate your flawlessness, but your faithfulness. I do not commend those who never stumble, but those who continue to rise every time they fall. Those who choose to believe in me despite their imperfections. You were not created to live under the weight of perfectionism or the constant pressure of feeling inadequate. You were created to live in a relationship with me, to experience my love, grace, and mercy in every moment. Embrace your imperfections, for they are what make you human. Trust in my unfailing love for you, and let go of the chains of perfectionism that bind you. Walk boldly in the knowledge that you are cherished, valued, and accepted just as you are. A relationship based on imperfection, honesty, trust, and unconditional love is a rare gem in today's fast-paced and demanding world. It is a bond that withstands the test of time, where both individuals can be their authentic selves without fear of judgment or rejection. When one falls, the other does not turn away but extends a helping hand to lift them up. When one wanders, the other does not close the door but instead guides them back on the right path. When one is broken, the other does not reject them but offers healing and support. It is a beautiful dance of understanding, forgiveness, and compassion that forms the foundation of a strong and enduring relationship. Letting go of the need for perfection is like shedding a heavy coat that has burdened you for far too long. It is liberating to realize that you are loved not for your achievements or flawless facade, but for who you are at your core. Embracing your imperfections and vulnerabilities allows you to truly connect with others on a deeper level, forging authentic and meaningful relationships that bring joy and fulfillment. As you release the pressure to have it all together and instead embrace the truth that you are already enough, you begin to experience a sense of freedom and peace. The weight of perfectionism is lifted off your shoulders, and you can finally breathe easy and laugh wholeheartedly. You no longer strive to earn love and approval, but rest in the knowledge that you are unconditionally accepted and cherished. Indeed, this state of grace and self-acceptance, you are able to live authentically and purposefully, guided by your true essence and inner voice. You serve and act from a place of wholeness and abundance, rather than lack and fear. Your true beauty and unique gifts shine through, creating wonders from the fragmented pieces of your life. You are not a failure or a burden, but a masterpiece in the making, lovingly crafted by a higher power who sees your worth and potential. Embrace this truth and walk in the joy of being loved unconditionally, knowing that you are enough just as you are. In this mindset, you will find the deepest kind of rest and peace that surpasses all worldly understanding. So, my beloved child, pause for a moment and reflect on what truly matters in this journey called life. Let go of the need to constantly prove yourself, and instead focus on being true to who you are. Seek relationships built on honesty, trust, and unconditional love, for they are the ones that will bring you lasting happiness and fulfillment. Remember that you are loved, cherished, and worthy of all the good things life has to offer. But my child, that very belief is quietly draining the life from your soul. You are trading peace for productivity, trading my presence for worldly validation. You are running not because you've been called, but because you've been driven by the fear of not being enough, by the need to prove yourself, by the illusion that just a little more effort will finally satisfy you. But in truth, the more you run, the further you drift from where you're truly meant to be. Because you are not running toward me, but toward an image that is not real, a fleeting sense of fulfillment that will never be complete. I see you counting every accomplishment, every compliment, every milestone as if they are proof of your worth. But child, you have always been worthy, not because of what you do, but because of who you are in me. You don't have to earn acceptance through sweat and tears. I gave it freely to you when you were still dust being formed. I loved you before you could do a single thing for me, and I do not love you more on the day you succeed, nor less on the day you fall. My child, you were never created to live like a machine producing achievements. I did not form you so that your value would only be recognized when you reach something the world considers worthy. You were created to live in a loving, free relationship with me. You were made to be present in love, in truth, in the nearness of the one who formed you. But when you are caught in the cycle of do more, prove more, you live as if my love must be earned instead of received by faith. I hear your sighs each night, my child. Those quiet moments when the world falls silent, yet your heart still wrestles with the lingering questions. Have I done enough? Do others see my worth? Is God pleased with me? And I want you to know this. I'm not keeping count of how many times you've tried to prove your worth. I am waiting for you to sit down, to let go, and to allow me to love you without conditions. I do not need you to be perfect. I need you to be present. I do not need you to be impressive in the eyes of the world. I need you to be honest in the eyes of your own soul. If you keep living as though your value is determined by your results, you will never truly feel fulfilled, because there will always be a higher goal, a better version, someone who seems to be doing more, someone to compare yourself to. And that comparison is a slow-acting poison. It steals gratitude, joy, and contentment from the present moment. You will constantly feel not enough, even when you've attained what you once believed would be enough, my beloved. I did not call you to live that way. I called you to live from a place of rest that comes from complete trust in me. I want you to release the burden of trying to be someone in the eyes of others and simply be who you are. My beloved child, the one I have chosen and lifted up, not because of performance, but because of faithfulness and a sincere heart. When you live this way, you will feel lighter. You will experience a freedom that can only come from knowing that you are deeply loved and accepted just as you are. And in that freedom, you will find true fulfillment and joy that surpasses all worldly validation. So, my child, let go of the need to prove yourself and rest in the knowledge that you are enough in my eyes. Trust in my love for you, and you will find peace and contentment in every moment of your life. As you sit with me now, I want to delve deeper into the heart of the matter. It is not just about letting go of the need to prove your worth, but also about embracing the truth that you are unconditionally loved and cherished by me. Imagine a garden within your soul where seeds of potential and purpose have been planted by my hand. These seeds are unique to you, a reflection of my love and wisdom in creating you. When you find yourself comparing your journey to others, remember that you are not in a race with anyone but yourself. Your path is unfolding according to my perfect timing, leading you to the place I have prepared for you. Every step you take, no matter how slow it may seem, is guiding you towards a destiny filled with my glory and purpose. Instead of focusing on the achievements and successes of those around you, turn your gaze inward to the garden of your heart. The seeds of potential within you are quietly growing, waiting for the right moment to burst forth and bloom into something extraordinary. You are not behind or lacking in any way. You are simply being prepared more thoroughly and intentionally for the greatness that lies ahead. So, my precious one, release the need to compare and compete, Embrace the unique journey I have set before you, knowing that you are loved beyond measure and destined for something beautiful. Trust in the process, have faith in your own unique path, and watch as the seeds within your soul begin to blossom into a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. You are cherished, you are chosen, and you are deeply loved. Let go of the doubts and fears that hold you back, and step into the fullness of the abundant life I have designed just for you. There is something about timing that is so delicate, so precise, that if it arrives too early, it could crush you under its weight. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance where every step is in sync, every movement is in harmony. I know when you are ready, my beloved. I am never slow, nor am I in a rush. I am always perfectly on time, orchestrating every moment with care and purpose. Comparison is like a distorted mirror, reflecting back only a fraction of who you truly are. It prevents you from seeing yourself clearly, from recognizing the deep gifts, sacred desires, and unique qualities that are intricately woven into the fabric of your being. It leads you to chase after a mirage of success, leaving you hollow and disconnected from your soul. I did not create you to live a borrowed life, to exist in the shadows of others while forgetting the light that I have placed inside of you. You are meant to shine with a brilliance that is all your own, to release a sound that is uniquely yours. Your path is not meant to harmonize with others to have worth. It is a one-of-a-kind journey that will lead you to your truest self. Be grateful for the journey, even when its fruits have yet to ripen. Along this path, I am teaching you lessons of patience, humility, faith in the darkness, and courage when no one is watching. These are the true foundations for a life that is unshakable and radiant, untouched by the shifting winds of the world. Remember, true light does not need to strive to be seen. It simply shines where it was placed. Trust in the timing of your life, in the rhythm of my heart beating within your spirit. Be faithful to the design I have handcrafted for you, and in that love, you will find yourself light, free, and restored. Do not let the world's noise shake your resolve. Fix your gaze on the inner journey, where new life is waiting to break forth, where assurance will be restored and divine purpose will reignite. You are not falling behind, my child. You are being refined. You are not forgotten. You are being held close until the moment you are ready to shine. Your harvest is coming, watered with tears, nurtured with faith, and born from your unwavering devotion. Do not rush. Do not grow weary. Keep walking forward, for I will bring to completion the good work I have begun in you at the appointed time. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and you will find yourself standing in the fullness of who you were always meant to be. And on that day, you will understand why everything took longer. The reasons behind the slow unfolding of events will become clear, and you will see how each moment, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has been leading you towards something greater. As you continue on your journey, know that I am always by your side, walking with you every step of the way. It's easy to feel like you are moving slowly, like you are stuck in one place and not making any progress. But in my eyes, every step you take is a leap of courage, a testament to your strength and resilience. You are not alone in this journey. You are part of a bigger story, a story that is being written with love and purpose. I know that there is a struggle within you, a battle, between the desire to live fully and the fear that holds you back. You have been living cautiously, trying to be perfect in every way, but forgetting that I never asked for perfection. I love you just as you are, flaws and all. It is through your imperfections that my light shines through, revealing the true beauty of grace. But the fear that grips your heart, the fear that tells you that you are not good enough, is a dangerous thing. It slowly chips away at your trust, making you doubt yourself and my love for you. It convinces you that you must constantly strive to be better, to earn my love through your actions. But that is not true. You are loved simply because you are my creation, my beloved child. When fear takes hold, it opens the door for the enemy to come in and wreak havoc on your life. He doesn't need to destroy you in one fell swoop. He just needs to slowly erode your peace, dimming the light within you and casting doubts on the goodness that flows from me. The enemy's tactics are insidious. He distracts you from true love, keeps you striving for something more, and pulls you away from the source of life. Think about the mornings when you wake up burdened by anxiety, weighed down by worries about acceptance, failure, and expectations. This is not how I want you to start your day. I did not create you to live in fear and doubt. I created you to live in freedom, joy, and purpose. So let go of the fear that binds you and embrace the love that has always been there, waiting for you to receive it. I did not call you to chase after human standards and forget that I crafted you to be wholly different. You don't need to prove anything, my beloved one. You don't need to earn validation from anyone. You don't need to exhaust yourself trying to uphold an image that leaves you weary. All you need is to step into my arms and let go of the false standards that society has placed upon you. I am calling you to a life of abundance, my child. Not a life without challenges, but a life where even in the midst of storms, you stand secure in a peace that the world cannot take away. But in order to experience this abundance, you must let go of fear. You cannot receive the fullness if your heart is torn by the voices of the world. You must choose to live by the call of grace or to live under the pressure of fear. There may have been moments when you tried to walk by faith, but one rejection, one failure, or one harsh word caused you to retreat. You began to believe that these things had the power to define you. But know this, my dear one, your true identity is not defined by success or failure, by what others say or how they look at you. You are defined by the everlasting love I have for you, a love that is unshakable, unconditional, and unchanging. Look back for a moment and see what fear has stolen from you. Dreams you once laid aside, relationships you let slip away, and opportunities you turned down because you thought you weren't ready. You have unknowingly held yourself back from the life I had written for you on the pages of grace. But today I am calling you back, not to blame you, but to redeem you, not to judge you, but to heal you. It is time for you to pause and listen to me with your whole heart. It is time to stop running from yourself and avoiding the sacred voice that has been echoing within. Lay down every burden you were never meant to carry and step into the freedom that only I can give you. I am still waiting for you, my child. When you fully embrace the grace I offer, your life will become a living testimony to the world that true love has the power to liberate the soul from every chain. You will not only rediscover yourself, but also uncover a new path, the path of life, light, and a destiny that only you were meant to fulfill. Let my words echo within your soul, like a gentle breeze across a barren desert, like a stream of cool water through a thirsty land. What I'm about to say is not only truth, but a healing balm for the deepest places within you. You have lived far too long under the pressure to become something the world calls ideal. The standards of man are not a true reflection of your worth. My dear one, trust in my unconditional love for you and you will find true freedom and fulfillment. Those standards are fragile masks that shift with time and often place unbearable burdens upon the shoulders of the innocent. I did not place that weight upon you. I am not looking for spotless perfection in you, because I know you could never attain it in your own strength. I am not calling you to prove your worth through performance, praise, or achievements. On the contrary, I am calling you to draw near with a heart that is honest, uncovered, and unmasked. I am inviting you to step out of the armor of effort and exhaustion and return as my beloved child. Honest about your wounds, your stumbles, and the sighs that escape you in the dark of night. You do not need to hide anything from me. Your pain does not repel me. In fact, it is in those very places of brokenness that I will pour in my healing oil. It is in the dry places, those you've long believed to be barren and beyond hope, that I will cause new life to spring forth. You do not need to gather strength to approach me. You only need to be real. Simply believe that I am the one who has always been waiting. Arms open wide, never turning away. The world will never stop telling you that you must do more, go further, and become better. It will whisper into your ear that if you don't hurry, you'll be left behind. It will teach you how to brace yourself, how to suppress your tears, how to deny your emotions, and how to abandon your true self just to fit into its cold and rigid molds. But my child, I have not called you to live by the urgency of the world. I have called you to listen to another voice. A voice of love that is gentle yet powerful enough to break every chain. The voice of unrelenting grace that continually calls you back home. And when you choose to listen to my voice, I will give you something no one else can ever purchase. True rest for your weary soul. You will no longer have to pretend you're okay while carrying cracks within. You will no longer need to hold up a strong exterior while deep inside you're yearning for a place to collapse and cry out loud. I will be that place. The place where you can let go, where you can sit down, exhale, and know that you are still loved even when you're doing nothing at all. It is in that very moment when you stop striving to become someone else that you begin to truly become who you were always meant to be, the one I crafted with eternal love. And then as you rest in my love, you will experience something wondrous, something that no logic can explain, a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace not tied to circumstances, a joy not rooted in possessions, a confidence that storms cannot shake. You will enter into a life not defined by achievements but by divine guidance through all things. You will see my presence not only in mountaintop moments but also in the smallest, quietest things, in the morning dew, in the soft light on the path you walk. Embrace this love and grace, knowing that you are cherished beyond measure and that you are never alone. Feel the warmth of my embrace even in the coldest of nights, and remember that in your vulnerability lies strength, in your imperfections lies beauty, and in your authenticity lies true connection with me. Relinquish the burdens of the world and rest in the knowledge that you are always held in the palm of my hand, where true peace and everlasting love reside. As you journey through life, you will come to understand that true happiness is not merely the result of achieving all your dreams, but rather it stems from the realization that every step you take, be it slow or fast, is guided by an unwavering love that surrounds you. Each passing day, whether it be filled with tranquility or turmoil, presents a fresh opportunity for you to recognize my presence by your side. Every trial, every hardship that you encounter serves as fertile ground where I impart lessons that no textbook could ever encapsulate. The resilience of a soul anchored in steadfast love is a force to be reckoned with. My dear child, my desire for you is to live a life that is not burdened by stress or pressure, but one that is deeply connected to the source of your creation. I want you to internalize this truth. You are not defined by the goals you are yet to achieve, but by the love that I have already bestowed upon you. Your worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by my unwavering gaze that sees you as precious, chosen, and irreplaceable. Take a moment today to pause, to not be in a hurry. Set aside the cacophony of voices that have drained you, and allow your heart to be still as you listen to my gentle whispers once again. I do not expect perfection from you, but rather faithfulness. I do not require you to be strong at all times, but to draw near to me, for in your weakness I will be your strength. Amidst the chaos and turmoil that pervade this world, do not forget this unshakable truth. You have a sanctuary that stands unmovable, a refuge untouched by the storms of life. And that place is where I reside. I am the steadfast rock on which you can build the foundation of your life, the fortress that remains resolute when everything else crumbles. Though the world may change and circumstances may shift, I remain constant. I am the one who has loved you since the beginning of time, and I am the sanctuary to which you can always return, regardless of the state of your heart. I see every tear you shed in solitude. I hear every prayer whispered in the dead of the night, and I understand every burden you bear, every longing you keep hidden, and every fragile hope you guard amidst your uncertainties. Your value, dear child, is not contingent upon your achievements or the accolades of others. It is rooted in your very existence, a presence marked by timeless love. You are my masterpiece, intricately woven with wisdom that transcends the ages. Before the foundations of the world, I chose you as my beloved child. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart, is a testament to a life imbued with sacred purpose. I do not wish for you to merely survive your trials. I yearn for you to thrive, to cultivate faith, and to experience complete restoration. I desire not just your endurance, but your elevation. I want more than for you to barely scrape by. I want you to soar. You were not made to blend into the shadows of life. You were made to shine, to be a light in the darkness, a bearer of hope to the weary, a bringer of life to the desolate. And when you feel lost in the crashing waves of life, when your dreams lie shattered in your hands and you no longer know which way to turn, do not seek answers in the noise. Lift your eyes, my beloved. Lift your gaze beyond the fears, beyond the failures, beyond the labels others have placed upon you. Look to me, for I am not far. I am not hidden behind clouds. I am right beside you. Not as a distant, unreachable power, but as a loving Father who knows you more deeply than you know yourself. I have not come to make you afraid or timid, but to walk you through the darkness with a hand that never lets go. I am the one who wipes your tears, the gentle whisper of comfort when you are alone, the warm flame when your soul trembles in winter's chill. I do not demand that you always be strong. I simply want you to know that you are allowed to be vulnerable with me, and that doesn't make you any less valuable. In fact, it is when you collapse into my arms that you will discover true strength. It is when you admit you cannot carry on alone that I can lead you into the realm of miracles. I know there are moments when you want to give up. There are nights when you place your hand over your chest and no longer feel the heartbeat of hope. There are days when you question whether you still have enough strength to believe in goodness. But my child, those are the very moments when I am closest to you. Do not think I am only present when you rejoice. On the contrary, when you are broken, when your heart is cracked, when your soul can do nothing but groan in silence, I draw nearer than ever. I am not afraid of your shattered places. I do not step back from your brokenness. I come to gather every fragment, to hold them in my hands and to shape them into something more beautiful than ever before. You are not a burden to me. You are my joy. You are the reason I wait with patience, the reason I keep knocking on the door of your heart, sending signs, gentle reminders, and whispers of love amid the noise of life. Just open your heart, even just a crack, and I will enter. And from that place, I will begin a restoration that no one else can accomplish. I will renew your soul, breathe new life into the places where motivation has faded, lift you up not to push you harder but to teach you how to live in a new rhythm. The rhythm of grace, of peace, and of a faith reborn from the ashes. My beloved child, if today you find yourself at the very edge, know this: it is not the end. It is the beginning of a new journey, one in which I walk beside you, and once you place your hand in mine, you will never be alone again. I will not abandon you halfway. I will not let go of you when the waves rise. I will go through it all with you, leading you to a land of hope where new dreams are sown, and greater things await you ahead. Just as the sun rises each morning, bringing warmth and light to the earth, know that I am with you, shining my love and grace upon you. Embrace this journey, for it is one of growth, of healing, and of endless possibilities. And remember, you are never alone, for I am always here, guiding you through the storms and into the calm waters of peace and joy. Trust in me, my beloved, for I will never leave your side. Beloved child, come closer to me. Even if you find yourself at a loss for words to pray, simply breathe in my presence. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words ever could. I see the depths of your heart, the unspoken cries and fears that you keep hidden from the world. And know that in those moments of vulnerability, I am there with you, offering not just answers but myself, a presence that brings peace beyond understanding, a calm that transcends human logic. In a world filled with countless pieces of advice on how to navigate pain and difficulties, true rest can only be found in me. Amidst the chaos and storms of life, I am the anchor that holds you steady. Peace is not the absence of problems, but the assurance of my presence in the midst of them. Joy is not just in smiles, but in the knowledge that you are cradled in my unfailing arms, even in tears. When the weight of life feels heavy and the struggles overwhelm you, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and call out to me. I may not always remove the storms, but I will strengthen you to weather them. With my love as your guiding force, you will find the resilience to move forward, not by your own power, but by the strength of my unwavering love. Let me be your refuge, your source of solace in times of need. In me, you will find restoration for every broken piece, every forgotten dream, every part of you that feels drained. I will bring life to what seems withered, turning pain into a testament, tears into streams of blessing. I am the one who initiated a good work in you, and I will see it through to completion in all its fullness and glory. My precious one, I see every burden you carry, every selfless act of love and care that you perform for others. Your sacrifices, seen and unseen, do not escape my notice. You have been a shelter for many, a beacon of light in the darkness, a pillar of strength for those around you. But in your constant giving, do not forget that you too deserve to receive love, rest, and replenishment from the wellspring of life. You do not have to bear the weight of the world on your shoulders indefinitely. You do not have to feign invincibility when all you crave is a shoulder to lean on. You do not have to prove your strength to anyone, for in my eyes it is okay to admit vulnerability. I do not demand unyielding fortitude from you. I only invite you to draw near so I can be your renewed strength for each new day. I see the weariness that sometimes hides behind the calm mask you wear each day. I understand what it feels like to be alone in a crowd, to have to be strong for others to the point that there's no room left to breathe for yourself. My beloved child, I am here not to reprimand you for being tired, but to wrap you in my arms and say, "Rest in me, my child. You don't have to carry this alone." Each day that you wake up and keep going, even when your heart is trembling, is a living testament to the courage I placed within you, and I will not let that courage be in vain. Each sunrise is a gift, a new beginning that I grant you. So you may pause. Take a deep breath and reflect. Not to scold yourself for what you haven't done, but to remember that you still have the chance to draw closer to me, to love more deeply, and to be restored by me. I want every morning to whisper this truth to you today. You are not alone. Today I walk beside you, and in my presence, you will find what money, fame, or human effort could never provide. True rest, wisdom that transcends reason, and unconditional love reserved just for you. I do not merely desire to bless you with what can be seen and touched, though I am fully able and willing to meet all your physical needs. What I long to give you runs deeper. A heart that remains at peace in the middle of a storm, a mind that sees clearly amid countless crossroads, and a soul that stands firm even when the world is shifting. I want your inner being to be filled with a joy that is untouched by circumstances, a joy born from intimate connection with me, the one who never changes. You have spent your life thinking about others. Now let me think about you. Let me tend to the parts of you that you've forgotten, the small dreams you've traded away, the emotions you've packed away in order to appear strong. I don't just want to wipe away your tears. I want to restore what you've sacrificed. I don't merely want to comfort you. I want to renew the life within you. I don't want you to simply survive. I want you to soar in the freedom I've prepared for you, and do you know this? As you draw nearer to me, you will no longer need to strain yourself to manage everything. You will learn to release your grip so that I can take hold. You won't have to worry about every outcome, because you'll come to know that I'm working even in the things you cannot control. When you rest in me, you will witness the wonder of what I can do through your very weakness. It is precisely in the moments you feel empty that I will pour into you. It is when you recognize your own limits that you will begin to touch the limitless power of mine. My beloved child, now is the time to open the door of your heart once again, not to force yourself to be stronger, not to brace yourself and push through, but to let me in. Into those hidden, quiet corners where you've stored the things you never dared speak aloud. I did not come to judge you. There are corners of your heart that have been forgotten for too long. As you navigate through the challenges of life, remember that I am always here for you, ready to provide comfort, strength, and guidance. Lean on me and allow me to fill you with peace and joy that surpasses all understanding. Let go of the burdens you carry and trust in my love for you. You are never alone, for I am with you always. Old wounds, though you thought they had faded, still bleed in silence. They lurk in the depths of your soul, surfacing in moments of quiet reflection or solitude. Words once spoken linger in your mind, their echoes reverberating through the corridors of your memories. Wrong choices made in the past continue to weigh heavily on your heart, casting a shadow over your present. Opportunities that slipped away taunt you with their absence, leaving you to wonder what could have been if you had seized them when they were within reach. Relationships broken beyond repair leave scars that run deep, their presence a constant reminder of what once was but can never be again. The pain of betrayal, of abandonment, of loss lingers like a bitter taste in your mouth, refusing to be forgotten. The silence of the night becomes a battleground for your thoughts, each whisper of regret, guilt, and shame gnawing at your peace of mind. But my child, I do not want you to go on living in the shadows of regret. I did not call you so you would endlessly punish yourself with silence, with hidden guilt, or with nameless shame. I have come to set you free from all of that. I am your Savior, your Redeemer, your constant companion in the midst of your struggles. I did not only carry your sins on the cross, but I also bore the silent pain you carry deep within. I have seen your doubts, your moments of weakness, the times you felt like giving up. I have witnessed the heaviness of your burdens, the weight of your sorrows, and the tears you shed in solitude. Yet I chose to love you still. I chose to forgive you. There is nothing you could ever do that would cause me to stop loving you. My grace knows no bounds, no limits, no end. It is infinite, eternal, and all-encompassing. So do not carry the burden of self-condemnation any longer. Release it into my loving hands and allow me to fill your heart with peace. Let my peace wash over you, healing your wounds, soothing your soul, and renewing your spirit. Open the doors of your heart to me, allowing me to enter every hidden chamber, every secret corner where pain resides. It may be a memory that haunts you, a regret that torments you, a fear that paralyzes you. Whatever it is, do not keep it hidden from me. I am here to heal, to comfort, to restore. I am here to remind you that you are loved, cherished, and never alone. Trust in my promises, believe in my steadfast love, and hold on to hope even in the darkest of nights. For I am the light that never fades, the hope that never dies, and the love that never wavers. In your moments of despair, I am already working behind the scenes, preparing something good, something beautiful, something beyond your wildest dreams. So trust in me, my child, and let go of your fears, your doubts, and your worries. For I'm with you always, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you unconditionally. Not just a temporary escape or a fleeting comfort, but a divine solution meticulously tailored for your unique journey. Delivered at the precise moment in the most perfect way, infused with power and purpose that resonates deep within your soul. I do not do things halfway. I am fully committed to the path that we have embarked on together. I do not stir up profound longings within your heart, only to abandon you in silence. When I make a promise, I always keep it. When I plant a seed of hope within you, I ensure that it blossoms into fruition. So, my beloved, cease blaming yourself for past mistakes. Refrain from living in constant fear of what the future may hold. Instead, allow your heart to expand to receive my boundless love. Let my radiant light penetrate every lingering shadow within you. Cast away all doubt and worry, for you are not running out of time. You have not been forsaken or strayed from my divine plan. You are firmly cradled in the palm of my hand, safe and secure. Remember, my precious one, that the road ahead is not merely a trial to endure. It is a sacred pilgrimage brimming with hope, saturated with love, and sustained by my unwavering presence. Every step you take, every heartbeat that reverberates within you, every breath you draw is not taken in solitude. I walk alongside you not as a distant observer, but as a devoted companion, a loving father who clasps your hand tightly and will never let go until the day you return to my embrace, where you truly belong. Do not be deceived by the world's demand for perfection. You do not need to meet unrealistic standards to be deserving of my love. Even in your imperfections, your weaknesses, and your struggles, I have chosen to love you unconditionally. This love is not contingent upon performance or status. It is rooted in an everlasting truth. You are my beloved child, conceived with divine intention and redeemed at an immeasurable cost. Take heed, my dear one, not to rush through life so swiftly that you neglect your own soul. Do not allow the pursuit of perfection to burden your spirit. The pursuit of perfection will only cloud your vision and cause you to stumble over unnecessary obstacles. Your journey is not a race, but a companionship, a journey of growing in love and mercy, of falling and yet being lifted, of losing your way and yet being guided home. You do not need to reach the destination flawlessly. You simply need to possess a faithful heart, a heart willing to be molded, healed, and sustained by me. I know your heart intimately. I see the fractures behind your smile, the internal struggles that are invisible to others. I hear the silent cries of your soul when you feel inadequate or disappointed. In those moments of self-doubt, when emotions overwhelm you and lead you astray, do not conceal your vulnerabilities from me. I do not turn away. Instead, I open my arms wide to embrace you, to offer solace and grace. I do not seek a perfect heart. I seek a heart that is open to love, forgiveness, and transformation. I seek a heart that still repents and still believes that my love is greater than any mistake. Forgiveness is not something you have to fight for or earn. It is a gift I am willing to give. Every time you return to me, my grace is not limited by the number of times you fall. It is made for you, for those moments when your strength fades, for the times you need just one more chance to begin again. And I want you to know, not just once, but every day, every morning, every time the first light brushes against your face, I am saying to you again, you still have a chance. I am still here. I still love you as I did in the beginning. Each morning is a miracle. When you wake up, it is not just a biological rhythm. It is a sign that I have never stopped hoping in you. It is the warmth in your chest, the soft light spilling through your window, the gentle sounds of a new day. All of it is me whispering, calling you into a fresh beginning. Not to repeat the cycle of exhaustion and striving, but to walk into a new day with me. A day opened by new mercy, a chance to live more deeply, love more truly, and believe more boldly. If you have ever thought that what's behind you makes it too late to begin again, Let me rewrite that belief. There is no past I cannot redeem, no failure I cannot transform into a lesson of growth. I am not only the one who wipes away your tears. I am the one who can turn those tears into seeds for your next harvest. I do not only comfort you in pain, I turn that very pain into the foundation of a bolder, deeper, more faithful life. So now, my child, take a deep breath and let go of what you are still clinging to that no longer serves you. Lay the past down at the foot of the cross where I already bore all your shame and guilt. Look ahead, not with eyes clouded by fear or regret, but with hope and holy expectation. Take my hand and walk slowly but steadily, for I will never leave you, not for one moment. And when night falls, when every light has been extinguished, when there is no one left for you to lean on, know this: I am still awake, watching over you. I am still guarding you. I still place my hand gently upon your forehead as a silent blessing. I do not walk with you only by day, but I remain with you in your darkest hours, because you are my child, and I will never cease to love you, never cease to uphold you, never stop waiting for the day you fully believe. My love is the safest place to begin again. My beloved, what I have always sought in you is not flawless perfection, nor achievements that impress the world. What I truly long for is a faithful heart, reverence that flows from sincere love, a soul that, though tossed by many storms, still chooses to turn toward me with honest devotion. I know you are not always strong. I know there are moments of weakness, moments of wavering, seasons when you feel lost. But in the midst of that challenging journey, I do not focus on the stumbles. I look at the posture of your heart. Are you still seeking me? Do you still desire to return? Each day is a new opportunity to surrender to my love, to embrace the grace I freely offer. It is a chance to lay down your burdens and fears, to let go of the past and step into a future filled with hope and promise. My love for you is unwavering, unchanging, and limitless. No matter how many times you may fall, I will always be there to lift you up, to guide you back to the path of love and forgiveness. So, my dear child, do not be afraid to come to me with your faults and failures. Do not hesitate to seek my forgiveness and grace. For I am here, waiting with open arms, ready to welcome you back into my loving embrace. Remember, each new day is a gift, a chance to start anew, to begin again with a heart full of faith and a soul filled with hope. Embrace this precious gift and let my love lead you on the path to redemption and renewal. My beloved child, your heart is a precious gift that I hold dear. From the moment you were conceived, I have watched over you with love and care, guiding you along your journey with gentle whispers and unseen hands. I have called out your name in the midst of the chaos and noise of the world, inviting you to walk with me in the light of my love. But remember, my dear one, love cannot be forced. It is a choice that you must make from the depths of your soul. I have given you the freedom to choose your path, to decide between right and wrong, between truth and deceit. This freedom is a gift that I will never take away from you, for I want you to choose me out of love and devotion, not out of fear or coercion. You were not created to simply exist in this world, my child. You were crafted with divine purpose, filled with the fire of heaven and the breath of life. Every fiber of your being, every drop of blood in your veins, is a testament to my loving design. You are not a random accident, but a deliberate creation destined for greatness. I long for the day when you will embrace your true calling, when you will rise up to fulfill the destiny that I have prepared for you. You are not meant to merely survive each day, but to thrive in the fullness of your potential. You have been given the power to shift the atmosphere around you, to reign in the authority that I have bestowed upon you. Do not be afraid, my child, for I will be with you every step of the way. I will light your path in the darkness, guide you through the storms, and lead you to your ultimate purpose. All I ask is for your undivided heart, your steadfast spirit, and your willingness to obey my voice. Remember, dear one, every faithful step you take, every choice you make to follow me, is a testimony to your spiritual growth and maturity. I have seen you in moments of struggle and triumph, in times of weakness and strength. I have witnessed your inner battles and your moments of victory. So do not be afraid to embrace the sacred bond that we share, the covenant of love that binds us together. For you are not a slave to duty, but an heir to my kingdom. And as you continue to walk faithfully in my light, I will open doors of opportunity and blessing that no one can shut. Trust in me, my beloved child, for I am your creator, your father, and your guide. Walk with me in love and obedience, and together we will fulfill the purpose for which you were created. When you close your eyes to pray, instead of letting fear take the lead, it is not a small moment. It is a crucial step in building a path towards the ascension that has been prepared for you. Your faithfulness is not a guarantee of a smooth life, but it does promise that you will never face trials alone. Loyalty does not prevent the winds from rising, but it ensures that you will have a steadfast sail to weather the storm. And while it may not eliminate every battle, it promises victory through the one who has called you. Every act of faithfulness, every whispered prayer in the quiet, is remembered and cherished. Your steadfastness will bear fruit in due season, beyond what you could have asked or imagined. You were crafted with precision by a divine hand, and that hand longs to see you bloom. Not because the world needs another strong figure, but because the world needs to witness the glory of the divine through you. You were not called to just survive, but to rise, to soar, to live a life that reflects the divine in the midst of the ordinary. And the promise is that you will not face this journey alone. Until the true homecoming arrives, you will have a companion who will walk with you to the very end, where tears and exhaustion will be no more, only fullness and everlasting peace. Today, I invite you to do what your soul has been longing for. Let go of every fear, every burden, every weight that has kept you restless through the night. Lay down all that you no longer have the strength to carry at my feet. You were not meant to bear loneliness alone. You were created to live in deep communion with me. It is in that place where your strength will return, where your peace will flow, and where hope will rise. Surrender your fears to me, let them rest in my hands to be healed. I know the thoughts that simmer in your heart, the visions that make you tremble, the unanswered questions, and the concerns about the future that leave you uneasy. But in the moment you dare to release those fears to me, you will feel the lightness of a bird released from its cage. I hold the power to change, to guide, to shield. You do not need to understand everything to be at peace. You only need to know that I am here and will not abandon you. Let your strength be restored. Perhaps you are so tired that you do not even realize it. You have been carrying the weight of responsibility, upholding the image of someone strong, but within you are fracturing. That state of depletion is not what I created you for. Let go. trust in me and find the peace and strength you seek in communion with the divine. I created you to know what real rest feels like, to experience what it is to be lifted up, to be renewed by the source of life that never runs dry. You do not need to find your own strength. I am your strength. Let me restore you. Every cell, every thought, every heartbeat within your chest crying out for stillness and renewal. And when you allow my peace to reign within your soul, you will witness something miraculous. The world still turns, challenges still exist, but you are no longer shaken. Because my peace does not come from everything becoming easy. It flows from my presence. When I am with you, you will walk through each circumstance without being swallowed by fear. You will navigate the foggy days with a steady light burning inside you. You will live with a heart wrapped in my love, a love that never wavers, never retreats, and never fades away. Walk with me, my beloved, not in haste or anxiety, but in quiet peace, like one who knows they are walking in the right direction with the right guide. I have not called you into a never-ending battle. I have called you into a journey of victory. Not victory because you are strong enough, but because you have learned to fully trust in me. Every step you take with me is a step closer to the fullness you were destined for. A step closer to your truest self, the one I created with a high and holy purpose, the one I still believe in. Even when you doubt yourself, believe this: you are not wandering aimlessly. I have a plan for you, a plan that is not vague, not subject to the shifting of circumstances, not disqualified by your past. It is a plan filled with life, filled with hope, and saturated in love. I am not leading you into the wilderness to abandon you. I am not calling you out of your comfort zone just to leave you disappointed. I am calling you to lead you to a place of true rest, a place where you can simply be, no longer guarded, no longer striving to prove your worth, a place where you can drink deeply of living waters, lie down in green pastures, and hear my voice whisper through the breeze, "You are mine. You are enough. You are unconditionally loved." Give me those quiet worries that linger in your heart. Don't carry them any longer. Don't let them take root in your thoughts, wearing you down, stirring anxiety, and leaving you feeling lost. Place them in my hands. The things you cannot change, the people you cannot control, the situations that rob your sleep, the dreams that seem too far to reach. I know exactly what to do with them. I will carry that weight. And in return, I will give you a lightened heart, eyes wiped clear of tears, and a soul spacious enough to love fully and live freely. I have not come to place more burdens on you. I have come to lift them off, to remove the weight, the worry, the nagging sense of not enough that has followed you for years. And in its place, I long to give you a new kind of life, a rhythm not ruled by pressure but guided by grace. Every moment with me is an opportunity to let go of the burdens that weigh you down, to feel the lightness that comes from surrendering control and trusting in my plan for you. Imagine a life where you no longer have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, where you can simply rest in the knowledge that you are loved unconditionally and fully supported by my grace. This is the life I offer you, a life of peace, love, and purpose. Trust in me, and let me lead you to the place where your soul can find true rest and renewal. A life no longer defined by fear, but overflowing with joy, even in affliction. A path not paved with roses, but one that is always accompanied by me. My precious child, do not delay. Do not believe the lie that you must fix everything before drawing near to me. Come just as you are, raw, weary, and honest, because that is the version of you I love most deeply. And if you let me in today, I promise your tomorrow will be different. You will not merely survive. You will live deeply, live boldly, and live freely. My dearest one, in the midst of life's relentless rush, in the thick of crowded calendars and invisible responsibilities weighing on your shoulders, I have only one small request. Give me a moment. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be polished. It only needs to be sincere. Even a tiny portion of your seemingly too short day, if offered to me, will become a sacred space, a place where I can enter and begin my wondrous work of restoring your soul. You do not need to wait until everything calms down. You do not have to wait until you feel good enough or holy enough. Come to me even when your mind is tangled, your heart is weary, and your breath is but a fragile rhythm amid the chaos. For if you would only open your heart, if you would simply invite me in, I will take care of the rest. I will reach into the parched places of your soul and pour out the waters of life. I will gently lift the burdens from your shoulders, not with overwhelming force, but with tender love and enduring grace. Every time you pause to commune with me, every time you grow still in the midst of your day to whisper a prayer or offer a quiet cry from your heart, you are stepping into sacred ground. It is in those simple moments that I fill you with a peace the world cannot comprehend. I will calm your thoughts, dispel the fog of anxiety, and grant you clarity from the deepest place within, a wisdom that surpasses human understanding, a knowing that flows not from striving but from abiding in me. I do not merely desire to soothe your soul. I long to completely transform the way you live, the way you see the world, and the way you perceive yourself. I yearn to turn what feels like a burden into a foundation for miracles. The tears you thought were signs of failure, I want to turn them into seeds of joy waiting to bloom in due season. The quiet anxieties you hide behind your smile, I want to remove them and replace them with living hope. A hope not built on circumstances but anchored in my unchanging promises to you. I do not promise that you will never face hardship, but I promise that in every hardship, you will never be alone. More than that, I will use each trial as a tool to shape you, to refine you, to mold you more into my likeness with every passing day. The very things that once brought you to your knees, if you place them in my hands, will become shining testimonies of my redeeming work in your life. I do not discard any broken piece of you. Every step you take towards me is a step towards freedom, towards healing, towards a life filled with purpose and joy. Do not be afraid to come to me with your burdens, for I am here to carry them for you. Let me in, my dear child, and watch as I transform your life into a beautiful masterpiece, a story of redemption and love that shines brighter than the stars in the sky. Trust in me, and together we will walk through life's challenges hand in hand, stronger and more resilient with each passing day. I gather them all and bring forth goodness even from the depths of pain. Do not think that my desire is merely to bless you with material things. Though I am able to provide for all your needs, what I long to give you most is a life truly made whole. I want your soul to lack nothing. I want your heart to overflow with love, with forgiveness, with abiding peace, and with unshakable joy. I want each day you live to be shaped by the sacred purpose I have placed within you from the very beginning. You were not created just to survive each day. You were made to live with purpose, to breathe under divine direction, and to walk in wisdom that flows from heaven. Remember, what brings me joy is not ritual nor outward perfection, but your honest heart reaching for me. When you praise me, not merely with lips, but from the simplicity of your soul, my heart rejoices. When you pause amid the noise to whisper, "Lord, I'm here, please lead me," heaven leans in to listen. I love the sound of your voice calling my name. I treasure every moment you lift your eyes from the world and turn toward me. Like a child, searching for their father, I am the source of all that is good. Nothing truly precious ever comes to you without first flowing from my hand. Every opportunity, every comfort, every small joy in your day, all of it begins in my love for you. So do not forget me in your success. Do not overlook me when all is well. And above all, do not distance yourself from me when your heart feels like a storm. For in every season, in every state, I remain unchanged, the safest place for you to return and the warm embrace forever waiting to receive you. My beloved child, today choose to give me a portion of your day. Let prayer no longer be a duty but a refuge. Let worship be more than a ritual. It is the very breath of your soul. Let my presence become the true dwelling place where your spirit finds its home. And I promise you this, when you make that choice, everything else will be added unto you, not in fleeting human ways, but in the fullness, abundance, and enduring grace of heaven. Now bring before me your heartfelt prayer. You may begin like this. Lord, I lay down every fear that I have carried for far too long. The fear of failure, the fear of the future, the fear of judgment from others. These have made me shrink back, afraid to walk in the calling you've placed over my life. But today I declare that fear no longer holds power over me. Holy Spirit, fill me with boldness and peace. I long to live freely, courageously, and fully in your love, not shackled by invisible chains of anxiety and confusion. Lord, I confess that I have allowed perfectionism to cloud my path. I have strived endlessly to be flawless, and in that pursuit I have lost the joy, the rest, and the vibrant awareness of your presence. Forgive me for pushing myself to meet standards you never asked of me. Today I choose to lay down the harsh demands and step into your grace. I am here to guide you through every step of the journey, to hold your hand through both the smooth paths and the rocky terrains. Trust in my love and let it be the light that guides you through the darkest nights. Find solace in my presence, knowing that you are never alone. Embrace the peace that comes from surrendering your fears and worries to me. Allow me to fill your heart with the unshakable joy that comes from knowing that you are loved beyond measure. Let my grace wash over you like a soothing balm, healing your wounds and restoring your soul. So come to me, my child, with open arms and an open heart. Let go of the burdens that weigh you down and allow me to lift you up on wings of love. Know that in me, you will find true fulfillment and everlasting peace. Walk in the assurance that I am always here, ready to guide you and bless you abundantly. You are my precious creation, and I delight in seeing you flourish in the light of my love. Trust in me, and I will make your life a beautiful tapestry woven with threads of grace, mercy, and eternal love. Teach me to love myself the way you love me, Lord, with a patience and wholeness that only you can provide. I have often found myself caught up in comparing my life to others, envying their journeys and forgetting that you have crafted a unique and sacred path just for me. Forgive me for my ungrateful eyes and joyless heart that failed to appreciate all the blessings I already have. Today, I make the conscious decision to fix my gaze on you, to be grateful for the journey you have laid out for me, and to embrace the calling you have placed upon my life. I no longer want to be defined by the standards of this world, by my accomplishments, failures, or the unrealistic expectations society tries to impose on me. Instead, I want to be defined by the truth that I am your beloved child, created in your image and loved unconditionally. I confess that I have spent far too long chasing after success, approval, and material things, only to find myself exhausted and unfulfilled. Now, I surrender to your mercy and grace, seeking deep rest within my soul. I find security in knowing that your love for me requires no validation or proof. When the future appears uncertain, and the world around me seems to be moving at a faster pace, grant me the faith to keep moving forward. Help me to remain steadfast and unwavering, even in the face of adversity. May I always hear the gentle whisper of your spirit amidst the noise of the world, trusting that your plans for me are good and will be fulfilled in due time. Just as Peter stepped out of the boat in the midst of the storm, I too desire to walk by faith, fixing my eyes on you and drawing closer with each step. Uphold me in my weakness, Lord, and extend your hand to me when I stumble. I choose to stand upon the waters in faith, refusing to sink in fear, knowing that you are with me every step of the way. Thank you, Lord, for never abandoning me in times of fear, comparison, or self-doubt. Your love always arrives right on time, pulling me back to you and reminding me that I am loved simply for being myself. May my heart always overflow with gratitude, and may my life be a testament of praise to you, the one who saved, healed, and called me into an abundant and everlasting life. I offer this prayer in the holy name of Jesus Christ. Amen. If you find solace in the words of the Lord, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications to receive more messages of faith and love. Let us journey together, growing in faith and living a fulfilled life in His love. Thank you for joining us today on Heaven Voice Today. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, God speaks every day. You just have to listen. Come back tomorrow for more reflections from His heart to yours. Stay blessed, stay faithful, and keep listening to the voice of heaven. See you in the next video.